as you sit in a comfortable position, arrive into this gentle yoga practice. Become aware of the feeling of breathing, noticing that the body is already breathing, but start to draw your awareness to this breath. Sense the length of your spine, from tailbone to crown, elongating. The spine both alert and relaxed, the heart gently brightening. Perhaps bringing one hand to belly, one hand to heart to sense the feeling of breathing deeply, a full yogic breath, in a pace and a capacity that's comfortable for you. Hands on the body to offer compassion as well, to really set a space of safety and acceptance here, being your own space holder. Allowing the mind to soften into the body and into the breath as we move from thinking into feeling and sensing. Beginning this practice with intention, perhaps hands join at heart center as you take just a few breaths to honor whatever it is that brought you here. And then interlace the hands and press the palms forward as you round your spine back. Inhale to lift the arms to the sky, palms press high, shoulders soften. Bringing the hands behind the back of the head, leaning the head into the hands as you lift the heart. Releasing the head to neutral as you relax the arms down to either side and start to spiral the shoulders in circles round and round. Connected with the breath, arriving into your body. Perhaps bringing hands to shoulders and circling your elbows a few times round and round in each direction. Good. Moving into a sun breath, the arms reach high and lower down on the exhale. Inhaling again, the arms sweep high to the sky, lengthen, rise. Exhale, draping the hands down, cleansing breath out. Inhaling again, the arms reach up high. Exhaling, hands glide down, cleansing, rejuvenating. Inhaling, arms lift high. Exhale, arms sweep down, beautiful. Pausing there with the chin drawing to the chest, and then the head starts to roll from one side to the other. It's noticing a slight stretch through each side of the neck at your own pace, exploring. Continuing to welcome the breath. Good. Taking your time to explore whatever the neck needs. To gradually lift the head back to neutral and pause. Inhaling, lifting the arms high to the sky. Exhaling, lowering the hands down and rounding the spine back. Inhale, the heart lifts forward, shoulders back, tailbone up. Exhale, rounding the spine back. Continue to flow with your own pace of breath, gently rounding and arching your spine. Adding in arms as an option, extending like wings on the inhale and rounding palms to the heart on the exhale. Feeling the expansion and the contraction, the opening and the closing. Perhaps interlacing the hands behind the low back as you squeeze shoulder blades towards the spine. Breathe. Relaxing the arms down. Here. Right arm rises up and over to the left side into a gentle crescent moon or lateral flexion. Perhaps turning the gaze up or down, exploring what feels nourishing. Rising gently up and over as right arm lowers, left arm extends high up and over into a lateral stretch like a crescent moon. Again, your gaze may turn up or down. Explore. Beautiful. Let's float up and release our arms down and then extend over towards the left side again. This time circling your top right arm a few times, exploring movement in the shoulder. Rising up and then crossing your right arm in front of your heart where left arm hooks over the right elbow, gently stretching right side shoulder. And then we'll release right arm down, left arm sweeps high up and over to your crescent moon. And again on this side, you may like to spiral the top left arm in a circle, exploring movement of the shoulder. Changing the direction. Beautiful. Rising up and releasing, and then sweeping left arm across the chest as right arm hooks in front this time, finding that gentle stretch through left side shoulder. Relaxing the arms down, a few spirals in the shoulders again. Moving into a twist, the right arm rests at the side of the body as left hand crosses to right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning towards the right. A gentle twist from the waist upward, still noticing the breath. And as you release, we'll do the other side where left arm tucks in beside you and right hand crosses over. As we breathe in, find length. As you breathe out, twist from the waist upward, spiraling, the heart open, expansive. And back to center and a few integrating breaths, perhaps hands to belly and chest, receiving the effects, noticing what you notice. Now let's transition. You may like to stretch the legs out, give them a little wiggle and shake. And from there, we'll be just making our way over onto our hands and knees. So flipping over to table position, planting hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Always supporting the knees as needed by perhaps folding your mat or using a blanket. Into cat and dog, we round on the exhale, back of the heart to sky. Inhaling, the belly lowers, the heart lifts, the tailbone and crown lift, moving back and forth. Feeling the length of your spine awakening and flowing. Good, and let's rise into down dog, spreading fingers wide, tucking toes, pressing hips to sky. And starting to walk it out, lifting and lowering your heels, swaying your hips, exploring freely. What does the body need here? Breathing. Eventually lowering the knees down, untucking the toes, pressing hips to heels, bowing forward and down, a child's pose of your comfort. Perhaps the knees widen, or the head is supported with arms or a pillow. Breathe into the back of your heart and the lower back. Soften into earth support. Let's gently rise, finding table, spreading fingers wide, tucking toes, hips come into sky once again. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Staying connected to the earth through the hands, long in the spine. Good. And let's, as you're ready, lower down. Finding your way back to the cat and dog movements, this time extending right leg back on the inhale and lowering the heart down on the exhale. Inhaling, pressing up, and exhaling knee to chest. So finding this flow, you inhale right leg back, exhale bow the heart. Inhale, press up, and exhale knee to chest. Good. Finding this movement with your own pace of breath. And the next time your right leg stretches back, let's stay there holding the position. Option for toes on the floor for support. Option of leg lifted or option of opposite left arm floating forward. Feeling long through the back of the neck. Connected to the core, squeezing hips in towards each other. Good, lowering down as you're ready, and then inviting any kind of movement that feels nourishing. Maybe a big circle comes through in your hips, or cat and dog. Beautiful. And let's move to the other side. So again, as you lift the heart, extend left leg back. Exhale, bow the heart, elbows bend. Inhale, pressing up, and exhale, knee to chest. Good. Inhaling, kicking back. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, knee to chest. And continue again, finding your own rhythm and pace. And as you're ready to hold the position again, we'll find pause, option of toes on the floor, option of leg lifted, or option as well of your right arm floating forward. Wherever you are, feel length through the body from fingers to heel, long, expansive. Good. Let's lower hand and knee to the earth, and again invite in some circles in one direction or the other. Perhaps settling back to a child's pose when you're ready, letting the body soften into comfort, maybe rolling out the wrists or finding prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. Breathing and relaxing the mind into feeling and sensing. You might float the hands above the back of the head in a prayer position, honoring any intentions that you have in your practice. Beautiful. So let's float up, find table, lifting yourself all the way up to a kneeling mountain pose. So here you're on your knees, stacking shoulders over hips and hips over knees. Inhaling, arms float up high. Exhale, lower down. Bring the hands to the earth, tuck the toes, and press your hips to sky, back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Finding length and breath. Lower the knees down, untuck the toes, and shift the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, rise up like a growing plant, heart lifts to the sun. Exhale, lower down, plant the hands, tuck the toes, press hips to sky. We're moving through an earth salute with the breath. Inhale, knees lower down. Exhale, hips to heels. Child's pose. And just like a plant blossoming from the earth, inhale, rise, the heart lifts. Exhale, lower down, hands plant under shoulders. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, hips to sky. This time walking it out, exploring a bit of movement. Let's lift the right leg up and back when you're ready. Circle the right ankle. Good. Lowering right foot down as you're ready. Lifting left leg high. Circle the left ankle. Stay connected to the hands. Lower the foot down. Beautiful. Walking hands and feet towards each other. In a forward bend, keeping the knees bent as much as is needed. Here you might reach for the hands with the elbows. If the low back needs support, hands can stay on the thighs. Releasing the head. We'll start to rise up, so do so with the core engaged. Low belly to spine as you either roll up the spine or walk the hands up the legs. So you come up with support to unfurl into a tall standing mountain pose. Stacking shoulders over hips and hips over ankles. Connecting with the feeling of breathing and how it feels to be upright again in the body. Beautiful. Connecting with breath, with sensation, this whole inner field of being that we tap into in our practice. Gradually inhale and lift your arms up, and as you lift the arms, also lift the heels. Exhale, lower down, hands glide down, a cleansing breath. Heels release and toes lift. Inhale, arms reach high, also float to the tips of the toes, heels lift. Exhale, heels lower, arms release down, toes float up. Again, breathing in, floating up, heels lift, strong ankles. And this time, lowering down again, arms float down, toes lift up. Inhale, rising high to the tips of the toes, arms reach to sky. Exhale, lower down, arms float down, toes lift. Inhale, rising up, arms to sky, heels lift. This time we'll hold, fix your gaze on one point, soft eyes, steady breath. Lowering down, lower the heels, lower the arms. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the hands, roll the shoulder blades together, let the heart lift, and just expand across the heart, broadening from heart center. Beautiful, a few shoulder circles as you're ready. Hands join at heart center. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Let the heart lift to a slight back bend. As you exhale, bow down, hinge at the hips, lower over the legs, knees are bending. Rise halfway on the inhale. You can support yourself with hands on shins if that's comfortable. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rising sun, arms float out and up high to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Breathing in, arms reach out and up, heart lifts high. Exhale, lower down, hinge at the hips, bow to Mother Earth. Rise halfway on the inhale to a flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, rising sun, arms float out and up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Pause in here. And then again, breathe in, arms reach high. Exhale, lowering down. Rising halfway on the breath in and floating back down. Inhale, rising sun, arms sweep out and up to the sky. This time rising to the tips of the toes, heels lift, finding your breath, and a little side to side, lateral stretch. Just playing as you balance from one side to the other, flowing like a crescent moon. Beautiful. Pausing in the middle. Release the heels, lower the arms, circle out the wrists. And come to pause, perhaps closing the eyes down for a moment. Or you might like to release the spine with a gentle empty coat sleeves, letting your arms just sway from side to side. The movement slows before it stops, and eventually you find yourself back in the mountain pose, Tadasana. From there, we'll shift weight over towards the right foot. Fix your gaze on one point, and when you're ready, let your left knee lift up into crane or Balikikasana. Arms may float out to the sides. And you can let your crane start to dance, perhaps flowing the arms or the knee in circles or shapes. You might even explore tilting your upper body forward and the leg back, or coming back and forth. Taking some time here just to play and explore. Eventually pausing back in stillness and releasing. Perhaps rolling out the ankles, shaking out the feet. And then we'll do the other side. So we start to shift weight to the left side leg and foot. Right knee floats up, arms float out to the sides, holding there. Soft gaze on a still point. And there, if you'd like, you can hold in stillness, or you can find some playful exploration. Maybe the arms become wings, or the knee circles, or even the upper body can tip forward as the right leg stretches back, and eventually coming to just explore your own experience in whatever arises. Beautiful. Let's meet again in crane and lower the foot, perhaps shake it out. Returning to stillness and weight to the right side leg and foot. This time left knee lifts and opens out to the side for tree. So you can have toes to the floor, heel to ankle, or foot to the inner leg above or below the knee. Hands may join at the heart. Feeling grounded through the right leg, but still lengthening like a tree with branches rising to the sky. Steady breath and relaxed mind. And lowering down as you're ready, softening out of the pose. And preparing for the other side, weight shifts to left side leg and foot. When you're ready, right knee floats up and out to the side. Sole of the foot to the inner leg, above or below the knee, or you can have toes on the floor, heel to ankle. Hands at heart center, right knee is opening back, core is engaged, arms may float up. Steady the breath and the mind. Lowering down to soften and release the pose, shake it out. Maybe a little empty coat sleeves. Beautiful. And carrying that experience of balance into the next phase of the practice, finding your way. Let's do a mountain pose for a moment. And then bring the hands to the lower back. Roll the shoulder blades together. Let the heart gently lift. You might turn your gaze upward. Notice that you're lifting from the heart rather than deeply bending in the low back. So we're mindful not to puff the pelvis forward. Feel an opening across the throat if that's comfortable for the neck. Beautiful. Bring the chin towards the throat and then come back towards neutral. We'll inhale, our arms reach up high. Exhale, palms together as you bow down to Mother Earth. Perhaps a little rocking in the body, knees are bending. You might reach for the elbows if that feels nourishing, or you can interlace the hands at the low back. Let the shoulder blades roll towards each other, maybe even lift the hands away from the lower back. Or the arms can just dangle and explore, as is nourishing for your body. Let's release here into a downward dog. So you may walk hands forward or feet back, maneuvering into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Returning to that feeling of length in the spine as the heart draws towards the thighs. Palms are grounded, toes are grounded. Mind is soft. Here we'll start to shift into a plank. So you may walk your feet back or hands forward, stacking shoulders over wrists. You're welcome to lower the knees and untuck the toes as well. From there we'll bow down, heart towards the earth, elbows into your sides, ground through the tops of the feet for baby cobra here. Inhale, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head. Option to lift the hands. Keep the glutes strong, squeeze the hips in towards each other. Feel the tops of the feet are rooted. Feel the back of the neck is long. Let the heart expand. Beautiful. Let's soften down. You can take a rest here if you'd like. You can lower one ear to the earth. Let the arms release. Soften. Let your belly expand into the earth as you breathe. And we'll draw the head back to center, this time into a boat pose. We'll root down through the pelvis. Inhale, lift just the arms, chest, shoulders, head. Lifting legs as well, spiraling thighs in towards each other, shoulder blades in towards each other, the option to interlace the hands at the low back. Feel long through the whole spine, and when you're complete, you can soften down. Turn the other ear to the earth and take a rest, belly expanding into the earth as you breathe. Everything softens. Let's return the head to center. Draw the hands under the shoulders, lifting up and back into a child's pose. You may widen the knees or support the head, letting hips release towards heels as heart softens towards earth, relaxing as well through the mind. Integrating the practice on all the levels, body, mind, and spirit. So let's float up and return to a few rounds of cat and dog as you're ready. Rounding and arching the spine, fluid movement. Perhaps that movement expands into circles or a bit of a spiral through the whole central channel of the spine. Letting the body wisdom guide you here. And now let's rise up back to a kneeling mountain, so we're stacking shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees. Bringing hands to the lower back with the fingers down. We'll inhale, right arm rises up and back, the heart lifts, a gentle back bend. Exhaling, right hand returns to the low back and spine to neutral. Inhaling, left arm zoots out and up, heart lifts high. And exhaling, the hand returns to the lower back. Continuing, moving from side to side with your own pace. Noticing the core is supporting the body, so low belly is engaged, glutes are engaged. Squeezing hips in towards each other. When you're complete, you're welcome to just return both hands to the low back and take a gentle, supported camel, letting the heart lift high. Noticing again the support of the low belly, the expansion across the heart. Release, bringing the chin in first, and then hands come underneath the shoulders. We'll tuck the toes under for a moment and then round your spine and make some circles or some spirals with the spine. Here you may have just the fingertips on the floor. Beautiful. And then we'll return into child's pose of your favorite expression, whatever is nourishing. Pausing to soften and release into the earth and breathe and relax. And into a lateral child's pose, you'll gently walk the upper body over towards the right, like a crescent moon draping over the right thigh. Opening across the left side body, yet still softening and relaxing. And we'll walk over to the other side so you can drape over the left thigh. It's taking your time, releasing here. Still aware of your breath as you make your way back to center, and another few breaths in a neutral child's pose. Maybe returning hands into Anjali Mudra where the palms join above the back of the head. Aligning the mind with your intentions, prayers, and affirmations. Trusting that you're planting the seed into the subconscious through your practice. Nourishing this seed with each breath. So let's rise back up and take just another few rounds of cat and dog. Round and arch the spine. Feel fluid, open. transitioning here into a seated position. Extending the legs forward, rolling the shoulders back, bending through the right knee, and then reaching for the right knee and the foot with the two arms. Here you might like to rock the leg in a bit of a circle, or maybe explore a cradling movement. And the option as well to hold on with just the left arm and lean over into your right hand so you can use the earth and gravity to bring about a bit of a massage for your right side hip or any sweet spots there that need some attention. And then we'll press back up, hug the leg in for a moment, and then step the right foot over to the outside of the left leg. Here we have left leg extended with the foot flexed, or you can tuck the left foot so it's just beside the right hip, making sure you're not sitting on the hip, on the foot. Taking the right arm at your right side, we'll wrap the left arm around the right knee. Take a breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, rotate towards your right side into a twist, feeling an inner spiral from the root to the crown. You may even bring your mind's eye to the image of a spiral and the breath moving through a spiral. Allowing the mind to remain soft and still as the breath is that thread of connection, moment to moment. And then you can release and take a counter twist to the other side for just a moment. And we'll soften back to center, extending now the left leg out. Bringing the right foot to the inner left leg, and the right knee opens out to the side here. If you need to prop up the leg for hip support, you can use a block or even a cushion. Turning the heart towards the left leg. Inhale, lift the arms high, and on the exhale, start to bow down towards the left leg. Bowing down just as far as feels right for you, knowing there's never a need to force anything. You might find yourself staying with a straight spine, or you might gently round a little bit in the upper body. Honoring your own body wisdom here as you breathe into sensation, being your own space holder. Let's take our time to rise up and a few breaths to receive the effect. And when you're ready, stretching the right leg back out, perhaps rolling the ankles. We'll bend the left knee, reach for the left leg. And again, circling, exploring some freedom here if you'd like to rock the leg or circle the leg. The option again, if you'd like, you can hold on with just the right arm, lean over into your left hand and bring about some massage to the left side hip or anywhere that needs a little bit extra nourishment here. Using gravity. And we'll press up. You may like to gently draw the leg towards the chest for a moment more. And then we'll step the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Right leg is extended with foot flexed. Or the option of bending the right knee so you have that right foot over towards the left hip, just making sure you don't sit on the foot. We have right arm wrapping around left knee, left arm beside you as you find length on the inhale, twisting on the exhale towards your left side. Finding again the inner spiral and breathing into it. Knowing your twist comes from the waist upward. And we also twist with the support of just a slightly engaged core. Still breathing. As you release, as you're ready, and turn to the other side for just another couple of breaths. The heart opens to the right. And then we'll release to center, extend the right leg out. If it's tucked, take the left foot to the inner right thigh, knee open to the side. You might prop up the left thigh or hip as an option. Here, facing the right leg, inhaling arms to the sky and exhaling to bow forward and down, just as far down as feels nourishing for you. So we don't need to push past our natural range of motion. We don't even have to go to the end range, but rather to be in the exploration of the spaces in between, the subtle sensations, the feeling of breathing, the expansion through the back of the heart. Good. You can rise up as you're ready and just receive the effect, basking in the effect. And then we'll stretch our legs out. You might like to wiggle the ankles a little bit, and then we'll find Baddha Konasana, bringing soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Nice tall spine here. Welcoming the breath through that central channel of the spine. The option to bow forward if that serves you, letting your heart bow towards your feet, even if it's just slightly forward and down. Just another breath. And as you rise to a tall spine, you may draw the left ear towards the left shoulder for a moment, softening both shoulders down, and lifting the head up and over so right ear comes towards right shoulder, and we breathe into the left side of the neck. And bringing the head up through to center. Drawing knees towards each other, giving yourself a loving hug, lots of self-compassion in your practice today. Beautiful. So let's take our time now to come down onto the back. If you'd like to come down with a little bit more core engagement, you can start to roll slowly with knees bent, feet on the floor. Just as slow as you'd like, coming down onto the back. So if you do have a block, you can have it within reach. We'll plant the soles of our feet down, knees over ankles. A few breaths just to center yourself and notice how it feels to connect with the earth here. And bringing your arms to your sides. If you do have a block, you're welcome to place it between the thighs. If not, you can imagine you have a block between the thighs. We'll bring the arms to the sides of the body. Root down through the feet. With an inhale, lift your hips and belly up towards the sky, rolling up vertebra by vertebra, and then lowering down on your exhale. Beautiful. Let's inhale, roll back up. Exhaling to lower back down. Again, when you're ready, breathing in, pressing feet to the earth, lifting hips and belly to sky, lowering back down on the exhale. This time we'll hold the pose, lifting hips and belly to sky. Here you may like to tuck the shoulders in towards each other, expanding across the heart. Feel the block squeezing between the thighs, whether a block or an imaginary block. The thighs are moving in towards each other. Glutes, the muscles of your buns are strong here. We're engaging the back body. And another breath. And when you're ready to release, go ahead and roll down the spine and remove the block. And you're welcome to just rest in stillness or let the knees rock side to side or even hug the knees into the chest. If that feels good for you, finding some ways of moving that are nourishing after that bridge. Now we'll bring the knees to the chest, bring one hand to each knee and start to circle the knees round and round. Exploring circles in one direction or the other, feeling the range of motion in your hips. Here into cobbler's pose with knees wide. Draw the soles of the feet together like a prayer. Arms reach through to hold feet or ankles. Breathing into hips and belly and lower back. And the option to stay where you are, or you can start to open the feet away from each other into more of a blissful baby or Ananda Balasana pose, where you're welcome to play and explore, maybe rocking side to side or stretching one or two legs out. Exploring, perhaps resting back in cobbler's pose with the soles of the feet together and knees wide, hands holding feet or ankles. And deep breaths in and out. Beautiful. Now lifting both arms and legs to the sky, some circles with your wrists and your ankles. And then hugging knees back into the chest. Here we'll take our hands around just the right knee, lower the left foot to the earth, or stretch the left leg out along the floor. The right knee can start to circle a little bit in one direction or the other. Gradually pausing in center, breathing. Pavanmuktasana. You may like to circle the right ankle. And then from here, pressing the right leg up and into the sky. Option to bend the left knee with foot on the floor if that's more comfortable. And if it's available to reach the right leg, you can pull the right leg towards the chest just as far as feels nourishing without strain. The right knee, of course, can be bent here. You might like to circle the right ankle. And then we'll return to Pavanmuktasana, right knee into the chest. Extend the right arm out to the side, cross the left hand to the right outer right knee, and start to draw the bent knee over towards the left side, so to the opposite side, into a gentle twist, just as far as feels right for you. The option as well to bend both knees and stack the knees into more of a Supta Matsyendrasana, reclined spinal twist. The head may be rolling gently towards the right as you feel the right shoulder settle into gravity. And the feeling of breathing across the open right side body. Open across the heart. Breath moving in a pathway through the channel of energy here. Settling into the pull of gravity as we let go of any need to do anything. All effort drains away as we soften. That's right. When you're ready, you can come back to center, realign the spine, perhaps rock a little side to side. And then we'll hug our hands around just the left knee. Right leg can bend with foot on the floor or extend, the foot flexed. The bent left knee may circle a little bit in one direction or the other, perhaps circling the ankle as well. Eventually holding in center for another few breaths. There we'll be pressing the left foot to the sky, so hands may come around the back of the left leg, and if you'd like you can re-bend the right knee with foot on the floor if that's more comfortable. As the left leg stretches up, you may circle the left ankle. The knee is bending as much as needed, and we breathe into the gentle stretch through the back of the leg. Beautiful. Let's re-bend left knee into the chest and extend. Make sure the right leg is extended. Left arm stretches to the side, right hand crosses to outer left knee, and we start to draw the bent knee towards the right side into a twist. The head may roll towards the left, making any little micro adjustments to be comfortable here. Breathing into the expanded heart center. The option to bend the bottom knee as well. So the knees are now stacking one on top of the other over towards the right side. We're allowing effort to drain away as we soften and let go, perhaps even more. The earth holding the body in full support. As any tension drains away, releasing and unraveling. Breathing. Receiving from within this inner space as you are the witness, your own inner space holder. When you're ready, make a slow release back through center, realigning the spine and gently massaging the back if that feels nourishing. You may lower the feet to the floor and let the knees rock side to side. And let's pause in a position some call constructive rest, where the feet widen a bit and the inner knees come to touch, making a little pyramid of support. You may like to bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart, and just settle back into these natural rhythms of breath that draw you into presence and connection. And taking your time now to explore whatever the body needs to feel complete in the practice. So now is a time to be in your own inquiry, your own personal exploration, to listen intuitively, to respond to what the body needs, trusting that your body knows what it needs. To be nourished here in this practice. Your inner being knows exactly what is needed, whether it's movement, shapes, explorations, or the most subtle inner movements of energy and mind. Taking this time to be present with what arises in your practice, viscerally, rather than what the thinking mind may believe the body needs. Take this time to allow your inner body of feeling and sensing and being to be your guide. Knowing that you're welcome to rest into stillness, into Shavasana, whenever you're ready. And in Shavasana, the final relaxation pose, encourage you to be as comfortable as possible. So when the time comes for you to rest into stillness, you may be reaching for supports. A support, a cushion or blanket under the head, beneath the knees, or extra layers over the body. You may choose also to use a light scarf or an eye pillow over the eyes. Taking all the time you need to feel complete in your practice. So when you do rest into stillness, into Shavasana, the state of relaxation begins. to expand. Welcome any final micro movement that supports you in being so comfortable, so relaxed and supported. Notice the points of contact that your back body shares with the earth. And as you notice this contact, can you allow yourself to be supported? So not only in this moment, but also in life, we receive support. The universe supports this life. Notice that the body is already breathing. There's nothing you need to do or make happen. The body knows how to relax, and so does the mind. Each wave of breath continues to carry you, to soften and let go, perhaps even more. With each exhalation, feel yourself unraveling any layers of tension. With each exhalation, feel a natural state of ease, opening and expanding here within you. With each exhalation, effortlessly soften and let go, welcoming the healing power of relaxation. Our nervous system relaxing, much like the ecosystem needs darkness and quiet in order to activate all the healing biorhythms that are available to us. The amazing thing about this nervous system, just like the ecosystem, is that it knows what it needs to heal and be whole and well. And that as we move even deeper into this state of relaxation, our inner being knows how to integrate what needs to integrate and release whatever is naturally releasing effortlessly. As we soften into this state of trust, trusting that you know exactly what is needed at this time in life. Trusting in the path that you're on. Receiving from within your heart's wisdom. Continuing to rest and relax and let go. as you continue to rest here. Notice how the body breathes itself. Notice this natural state of ease and peace that is here. Trust that this state, a state of yoga, is always available for you. Trust in your practice. As you start to draw a bit more intention to your breath, perhaps taking a few deep and slow breaths in and out, even welcoming a sigh. Begin to notice the sounds that surround you, the touch of the air on your skin, the ground beneath you. As you're slowly bringing yourself back to this time and space. As you're ready, you can even invite movement in. A little wiggle in your fingers and your toes may lead to some bigger movements or stretches that help you transition. Taking your time to even roll to one side if that's comfortable in a fetal position on one side, curled up for a few breaths. Giving thanks to yourself, body, mind, spirit, breath. And then as you're ready, pressing yourself up and into a comfortable seat where you can guide your hands together at heart center and sit with a tall spine. The spine is alert and relaxed at the same time. Breathe up and down the length of your spine. And let your inner eye rest in the space between the eyebrows in the middle of the forehead. Awareness that is already here. And the gentle bow of your head to your heart. And the light in me bows down to the light in you. Let's offer our sincere wishes, prayers of peace for all beings everywhere. May this practice have a ripple effect from our hearts to all hearts. Namaste.